General Hospital spoilers reveal that a new shock is coming as Jocelyn's secret job remains hidden, but new changes are occurring in the way those around her begin to suspect her double life. Jocelyn, who is still trying to balance her secret agent work and daily life in Port Charles, is facing increasing pressure as her loved ones begin to question the changes in her behavior. Her family, from Carly to Jason and her college friends, have started noticing that she's becoming more evasive and less involved in social activities. This change not only comes from her sudden missed calls and messages but also from vague and unconvincing answers as she tries to explain her secret trips. One of the new shifts is when Jason Morgan, one of Carly's trusted partners, starts to suspect Jocelyn's activities. Jason has witnessed Jocelyn in a few suspicious situations, and his instincts have led him to keep a closer eye on her. While Jason doesn't yet know the full truth about Jocelyn's job, he started asking Carly tough questions about her daughter's behavioral changes. Carly, though still unaware of the whole truth, is beginning to feel that something isn't right as her daughter becomes more distant and quieter. Carly's concern stems not only from Jocelyn's behavioral changes but also from rumors and reports of secret WSB activities in Port Charles, an organization that she knows always puts its objectives first, no matter the cost to people. One of the new shocks could come if Jocelyn's mysterious job is revealed. If her work is exposed, it won't just affect Jocelyn. It will have an impact on the entire Spencer Jacks family. Carly will face the fear that her daughter is taking too many risks, while Jason will have to reconsider the level of trust he's placed in Jocelyn. This revelation won't only come from exposing her secret job but from the potential consequences it brings, from Jocelyn possibly facing real danger to her having to choose between her secret career and her personal life. As Jocelyn's loved ones realize the level of danger she's facing, they'll have to make a difficult decision on whether to intervene to protect her or let her handle it herself. This is proving to be one of the new explosions, as Jason and Carly are shocked by the obsession Brennan and the WSB have. Brennan, as the head of WSB, has created a legend around his fearsome persona through how he controls his agents. Not only is he a powerful leader, but he is also a master at using psychological warfare to manipulate those around him, making his agents willing to do anything to complete their missions. When Carly and Jason realize that their daughter and her companion are being used as part of a larger strategy, they'll have to fight not just to protect Jocelyn but to protect themselves from the powerful organizations that are quietly controlling everything in Port Charles. As this storm continues to brew, Jocelyn will face the hardest decisions of her life. She'll have to decide whether to continue pursuing her spy career with all the dangers and challenges it brings, or return to normal life to protect herself and her loved ones. Jocelyn's actions will determine not only her own fate but also affect the future of her family and those around her. And when the truth about her secret job is finally revealed, the entire Port Charles community will witness an unavoidable confrontation between those trying to protect Jocelyn and those wanting to use her for their own purposes. This revelation won't just come from Jocelyn's intentions but also from unexpected events that could expose her secret job. A small incident in her next mission, someone not being informed about her activities, or even a report from an undercover agent could quickly bring Jocelyn's secret job into the open. When that happens, the entire Corinthos Quartermain family will have to face consequences they never imagined. Brennan and the WSB will also have to pay for using an amateur agent like Jocelyn, a person who has risked her life in dangerous activities just to seek a new thrill after losing Dex. Carly and Sunny are truly facing a new story as they begin to realize that Jocelyn has been pulled into the world of WSB spies and is facing dangers they cannot even imagine. Facing one of these developments is proving to be a new war, and Carly and Sunny will need to take action to rescue Jocelyn. However, with their differing personalities, they each have a separate approach to handling the situation. Carly, as a concerned mother willing to do anything to protect her daughter, has started secretly tracking Jocelyn and searching for information about WSB's activities in the area. She's reached out to some old friends with experience in intelligence to gather details about this organization and how they operate. Carly knows that WSB is not an easy organization to deal with and that she needs a solid plan to retrieve Jocelyn before it's too late. Sunny, with years of experience in dealing with powerful organizations, has decided to fight this battle by using his relationships and influence. He's reached out to some old allies in the underground world to learn about WSB's plans and how they're using Jocelyn. Sonny believes that by convincing Jack Brennan, the head of WSB, that Jocelyn isn't worth the risk, he can protect her and pull her out of this world. However, Sonny knows that Brennan is not easily persuaded and may need more aggressive measures. Jocelyn will not be made an agent of WSB. And this is proving to be a new explosion in how Carly and Sonny must cooperate to rescue her from this situation. As they both realize they're fighting for the same goal, they begin communicating through intermediaries to exchange information and plan together. Carly has started making a list of people who can help them, from Jason to Spinelli, while Sonny focuses on putting pressure on Brennan through his influence. This explosion is making things more complicated as Carly and Sonny not only have to deal with WSB's schemes but also resolve personal conflicts and unresolved wounds from the past. Both know they cannot work separately if they want to successfully save Jocelyn, and this cooperation could help them overcome obstacles and achieve their goal. As Carly and Sonny continue with their plans, they begin to realize that getting Jocelyn out of WSB is not just a simple rescue mission but a major battle against a powerful and influential organization. They will have to face new enemies, secrets never before revealed, and unforeseen consequences as this battle spreads throughout Port Charles. Meanwhile, Brennan is preparing for a major shock. Not only for Carly and Sonny but for everyone involved. He knows that once Jocelyn becomes part of WSB, she will never be able to return to a normal life, and this will give him the opportunity to control her completely. But will Brennan succeed in his plan? Or will Carly and Sonny find a way to defeat him and protect Jocelyn from the dangers she's facing? It all depends on how both sides approach this battle and whether they can truly collaborate to achieve their shared goal. The identity of Vaughn as Brennan's son has exploded into a huge shock, creating outrage and confusion among those directly involved in the investigation of WSB. Vaughn, who everyone believed to be a serial killer, turns out to be the son of Jack Brennan, the head of WSB. This truth is both astonishing and raises a lot of questions about how Brennan could use his own son in such a dangerous game. The biggest question is, did Brennan know about Vaughn's brutal actions? Or is it just a coincidence? Carly and Sonny are truly shocked as they discover this truth. Both know that Brennan is not someone they can take lightly. And the fact that he is willing to sacrifice his own son to achieve his goals shows the extent of his madness and ambition. Carly, with her instincts as a mother, feels fearful and anxious for her daughter Jocelyn, who is being drawn into this dangerous spy world. She begins to question how Brennan could manipulate Jocelyn in this way and whether she can protect herself from the potential dangers. Sonny, with his experience and resolve, has started planning to confront Brennan directly, not just to protect Jocelyn but also to dismantle the entire organization that Brennan has built. Sonny knows that if he can't eliminate Brennan, he can at least weaken the organization from within by exposing Brennan's wrongdoings. He begins collecting information about WSB's illegal activities and potential allies he can use to fight Brennan. The new story is unfolding as they uncover the new plan, which is pushing everything toward an explosive confrontation. When Vaughn's identity is revealed, both Carly and Sonny realize they're facing a more dangerous and sophisticated enemy than they ever imagined. Brennan has used Vaughn, his son, as a pawn in his intellectual battle, a move that shows he is willing to do anything to achieve his goals, even using his loved ones. This obsession deepens as Carly and Sonny begin to realize that Vaughn isn't just a passive participant in Brennan's plan but also part of a large network of agents and operatives. They've begun investigating others who may be working for Brennan, from members of the Port Charles community to people outside of it they never suspected. Each investigation reveals that Brennan has a vast network of influence and isn't afraid to use anyone to serve his purpose. The real shock comes when Carly and Sonny discover that Brennan has created a sophisticated fake scenario to frame Jason Morgan for crimes he knows Jason couldn't have committed. This is a plan to remove a potential rival and divert attention away from himself while pushing Jocelyn deeper into the organization so she can't back out. This has forced Carly and Sonny to act faster than ever, not just to protect Jocelyn but to stop Brennan from causing any more harm. As everything continues to explode, Carly and Sunny are weighing whether to confront Brennan directly or use a more sophisticated strategy to turn the tables. They know they need to act wisely and quickly before Brennan launches his next attack. Their collaboration, although not easy, has become essential to protecting Jocelyn and their loved ones from the increasing danger posed by WSB. Carly, in addition to gathering information about WSB, has started having private conversations with her allies, including Ava and Christina. She hopes that by forming a broader alliance, they can confront Brennan more effectively. She's particularly concerned that Jocelyn could become a pawn in this battle, and she's determined not to let that happen. Sunny, with his experience in dealing with criminal organizations, has started building a plan to overthrow Brennan from the inside. He knows he'll need outside support to do this successfully, so he's contacted some old allies to gain the necessary backing. Sunny is also preparing for a direct confrontation with Brennan, understanding that this battle will not only be about intellect but also about strength and resolve. Meanwhile, Brennan is becoming increasingly aggressive as he realizes that Carly and Sunny are beginning to piece together parts of his plan. He knows he must act quickly to eliminate them before they can cause any damage to his organization. Brennan has started implementing defensive and offensive measures, from tracking Carly and Sunny to creating legal barriers to stop them from accessing information about WSB. As the battle between Carly and Sunny and Brennan continues to escalate, Port Charles is witnessing a thrilling confrontation between those trying to protect Jocelyn and those determined to use her for their own purposes. Jocelyn's future hangs on a crucial decision, and only time will tell if she can escape WSB's control or face the consequences of becoming a part of this organization. Carly will do everything to separate Jocelyn from Brennan. A critical decision made after she realizes the extent of the danger Jocelyn is facing by getting involved in WSB activities. The new story is truly heating up as Carly begins to plan to secretly take Jocelyn out of Port Charles and to Australia, where she can live with Jax and start a new life. This has made Jocelyn's mysterious disappearance one of the latest explosions, drawing attention not only from her loved ones but also from Carly's enemies. As Carly starts executing her plan, she can't help but realize that getting Jocelyn out of life in Port Charles won't be an easy decision and could have unforeseen consequences. From Jocelyn having to start over far from family and friends to facing new challenges in a foreign country, Carly knows she must carefully consider every aspect before making her final move. However, the fear that Jocelyn will be further manipulated by Brennan and might become a real spy, with all the dangers and risks that come with it, has made Carly believe this is the best solution. She is determined to protect her daughter at any cost, even if that means risking everything. Carly has started contacting Jax, who is ready to welcome Jocelyn to live with him in Sydney, ensuring that he will help Jocelyn adjust to her new life. Jax's support, along with his ability to provide protection and help Jocelyn settle in, has reassured Carly about her decision. She knows that Jax will be a good person to care for Jocelyn, not only because of their past love but also due to Jax's overseas experience. This will give Jocelyn a new life, free from WSB's interference. Meanwhile, Carly's plan is being prepared with great care. She has hired an expert to create a secret flight for Jocelyn while arranging everything to make it appear as though Jocelyn made the voluntary decision. She also plans to fabricate a story about Jocelyn going on a vacation to recover her health, a story that both Sunny and the Corinthos family will easily accept. It's crucial to keep everything secret to prevent interference from Brennan or anyone else he may have bribed. However, keeping the secret is not easy, especially as Carly faces Sunny and Jason's curiosity, knowing they won't easily believe her lies. She has had to prepare a convincing story to make them believe that Jocelyn truly needs time to rest and reflect. At the same time, she must ensure that Cameron, Jocelyn's boyfriend, doesn't suspect anything. Jocelyn's mysterious disappearance is becoming one of the latest explosions, not just because it raises questions from her loved ones, but also because of the potential consequences it brings. When Jocelyn leaves, the relationship between her and Cameron will face a serious test. Cameron will lose the one he loves and have to cope with Jocelyn choosing a new life far away. This could create a crisis for Cameron and change the dynamics of his relationships with those around him. Brennan, discovering that Jocelyn has mysteriously vanished, won't sit idly by. He will start looking for clues to figure out where Jocelyn is, and once he learns that Carly is behind the disappearance, he won't hesitate to confront her directly. This will lead to a confrontation not just between Carly and Brennan, but also between Jocelyn's loved ones and WSB. The big question is whether Carly can successfully protect Jocelyn from Brennan's revenge, and whether her decision is truly the best solution for her daughter. As the plot continues to unfold, Port Charles will witness a battle of wits, not just about who can control Jocelyn, but also about the core values of life, safety, freedom, and the right to choose one's own path. Carly, with her courage and determination, is ready to risk everything to protect her daughter, but is that really the best solution? Only time will tell. Carly also realizes that this decision will not only affect Jocelyn but also the ongoing investigation into WSB that other characters are involved in. She hopes that by removing Jocelyn from the situation, she can create an opportunity for other investigations to continue pursuing Brennan without his interference. However, this may not be as easy as she imagines. Brennan may use his tactics to launch a multi-pronged attack, not only targeting Jocelyn but also anyone who has been involved in hiding her. Meanwhile, Jocelyn's new life in Australia will also be a highlight in the story. She will have to face her own challenges, from adjusting to a new environment to overcoming homesickness for her old life. Jax will be her main support, but both know that keeping this secret won't be easy. They will have to carefully consider whether they should reveal the truth to other loved ones, and if so, how to protect them from Brennan's revenge. Ultimately, Port Charles is witnessing a battle not just about power and control, but also about the protection and care of loved ones. Carly and Sonny, though not the best of friends, must cooperate to protect Jocelyn from the dangers she's facing. But will they succeed in keeping her safe from WSB? That's a question that will be answered as the story continues to unfold.